Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're going to play Orzhov Raise. So with the new release of Edge of Eternity, we got some really good cards into the Orzhov package. Namely, Sir Vondam, Sunstar Exemplar, which is an Orzhov color 2/2 Vigilance Menace creature. This is whenever another creature you control either dies or is put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on him, and you gain 1 life. And when Sir Vondam dies, or is put into exile, if its power is 4 or greater, we get to destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent, which is amazing for this deck already, but it's actually an even better card. Umbral Collar Zealot, a 2-mana 3/2 that says sacrifice another creature or artifact, just surveil 1. That's it, just sacrifice an artifact or creature. Doesn't have any downsides to it, does not have any tap requirements, and no once per turn limitations. We can do it as many times as we want, which is a unbounded sacrificial power, which in the earlier versions of the deck only had Bartolomé to be able to do. Now, Bart's still good and all, get +1/+1, but it's not Umbral Collar Zealot because it's not a 1 mana of any color. It has to be Orzhov color, which is very limiting. And another thing that Umbral Collar, a lot of times people don't talk about when they're just talking about its ability, people just think about it as an unlimited sack. It is an unlimited sack, but there is an additional side to that. Don't forget, you don't just sacrifice a creature for nothing. You surveil 1, which allow us to fix all of our draw, put everything we don't want into our graveyard, and just go very quickly into the Raise the Past turn. So that is what makes this card insane in this deck, and that is what this whole deck is all about, right? We put all the creatures in our graveyard, and we try to Sephiroth them so that, they try to fight back against Sephiroth, and just, removal, interactions, all of that, and then when they run out of removals, or when they run out of interactions, or they tap out, we Raise the Past, and we bring all these cards back, and we break their back. So that's kind of the idea of this deck. I really love this version. I always talk about how Raise the Past is almost a broken card in best of 1 because people don't run enough graveyard hate. We're going to capitalize that on that again. So let's talk about the whole deck list. We have a lot of 1-drops in this deck. So turn 1, we're never going to miss. So we got 4 Snarling Gorehound, which is very good surveil. Whenever a creature power 2 or less enters, we surveil 1, put everything into our graveyard except Raise the Past, and any lands that we may need until we get to 4 mana. Once we get to 4 mana, we can put every land in the graveyard as well, because this deck curves out on 4. I also have 4 Greedy Freebooters, which can ramp us. Right? Whenever this creature dies, we get a treasure and scry 1. Don't care about the scry, but the treasures are going to be very important. We also have 4 Infestation Sage and 4 Sage and 4 Nesting Bomb, which are just sticky creatures. When they die, they make another creature anyways, and they're very useful for things like Sephiroth, where we can sack and bring it back, and sack it again if we need to, and that's 2 triggers on the Sephiroth if we have it. So that's our turn 1 play. Turn 2, here is where I differ from a lot of deck lists. Obviously, we're going to run 4 Umbral Collar Zealots. Obviously, we're going to run a Bart. And obviously, we're going to run some Sir Vondams because he's legendary. I'm only going to run 3 off. I don't think we need 4 off because then it gets clogged up in our hand. And I definitely want Voice of Victory, but I'm only going to run 3 because I really want to have 2 Deep-Cavern Bats in the deck to look at our opponent's hand, and don't think about Deep-Cavern Bat as, oh, you look at it once and what's the big deal. You can remove it or we can sacrifice it even. The best thing about Deep-Cavern Bat is it'll come back with Raise the Past. So whenever we Raise the Past, we can always bring Deep-Cavern Bat out again and take out the, a Day of Judgment from their hand so that they can't interact with us as soon as we Deep-Cavern Bat them. So that's a very good idea. And also, I want to have 2 Amalia in the deck. We have life gain in the deck, right? Sir Vondam gives life link. Sephiroth gives us life gain. And life gain is very good combo with Amalia because now we can get the lands we need back from the Explorer triggers. So Amalia is a broken card. That's why she's banned in Pioneer. Don't forget that. It's a very insane card. And we're going to keep Amalia in the deck. I don't want to cut Amalia out yet. I don't know. I'm going to play it through today and see how good she is. Turn 3, we got 4 Sephiroth, the Fabled Soldier, which is, the heart of the deck, basically. And then we also have our reanimation spells, 4 Raise the Past, of course. And I want to try out Scout for Survivor. So instead of, what is the cure called again? The 3-mana cure something. Dewdrop Cure, right? Instead of the Dewdrop Cure, where we get to return 2 creatures or even 3 creatures if we gift a card that are mana value 2 or less, which is pretty good. I want to be able to return mana value 3. So Scout for Survivor returns 3 target creature with total mana value 3 or less, or up to 3. So I can return 3 1-drops, a 1-drop and a 2-drop, or just return Sephiroth as a 3-drop, which Raise the Past cannot do. So Scout for Survivor can actually bring back a Sephiroth, and that might be important in some matchups where Sephiroth happens to die. Right, so that is what I'm going to run in our reanimation spells. And in the land base, only 20 lands. Don't run too many lands. We're going to curve out 1 and 2 anyways. So we got 1 Plain, 3 Swamps, because we have 4 Bleachbone Verge, which starts off on black, and it becomes white if we have Plains or Swamps. So Plains or Swamps, we have 4 Godless Shrine, thankfully from the new, what is that called again? The Edge of Eternity, the EOE set. This is one of the shock lands that we're going to have. And 4 Concealed Courtyards, plus 4 Starting Town. Starting Town is going to ping a lot of damage to us, but that's fine. We gain a lot of life gain. Don't forget, Deep-Cavern Bat is also a life gain. So Deep-Cavern Bat plus Amalia, always fun. Gain the life, and we will be able to explore out the lands that we need for Raise the Past. All you need is 4 lands. Once you get land number 4, surveil away anything into the graveyard that's not a Raise the Past. And then when you cast Raise the Past, you'll bring back 10, 20 creatures and just break your opponent's back. Very fun deck. Let's see how well we'll do in today's standard. Alright, our opponent is Jude. Jude. Judas! No, not fair. His name is just Jude. Hey Jude. Opponent goes first. We got 1 drop, 2 drops. Sephiroth, 3 drop. Seems pretty good, right? Again, seems pretty good. We will have to see. Do we Godless Shrine? Do we Starting Town? Oh, that's kind of tricky. I think we're Starting Town. So what's the plan here? Godless Shrine into Starting Town? We'll get a Sage down, see what happens. Probably gonna have to block this Goblin. Nah, if he gets bumped. I don't know. Alright. He's plotting it, he's probably not attacking, right? He is attacking. Come on. If you want to trade, I'll trade you. Voice of victory. I can block the slick shot. That's definitely something. Alright, we got Starting Town turn 2. Higher Claw. Higher Claw is a scary no bueno. Do I hold back Sephiroth? Slick Shot's coming. Alright, so never mind. I don't hold back anything, I think. Can't afford to block this. I'll have to take this damage. Whenever a creature dies. Boros Charm, it gives it a double strike. I mean, it's 4 damage would have been more. This is only 3 damage. That was funny. Alright, so we can Bart. Do we Snarl and Bart? We can also Sephiroth, but I don't know if Sephiroth does much. Like, I get 2 creatures that died. Yeah, I don't know if that does much, but it does help us with our curve. So definitely, I actually don't have to play the Starting Town at all, right? I could just play the Bleachbone, so I take 1 less damage. Yeah, let's go with the Snarl first. Attack for 1. Yeah, Amalia is a good card. He doesn't block. Oh boy, he didn't block. I would like Amalia. I'll sack this. I'll sack this as well. Now I have a 4/3. The mobilization is down. I don't think they have trample. I could be wrong. Bolt wave. Alright, it's gonna be a lot of damage. We're gonna have to shotgun down this slick shot here. Higher Claws attacking. Go to blocks. I think we're gonna block like this. I don't want Bart to die, right? Will Bart die from anything he does? I should have sacked it. Could have made my Bart a little bit bigger. Grease Monkey! Cool. Alright, so here is... Well, obviously with Sephiroth. The question is, are we doing anything else? So first we attack with the voice. I don't think I get to draw any other card, right? Yeah. Now we start putting things in the graveyard. I was expecting all that. Alright, now Sephiroth is going to come in. We will sacrifice one of these. That's one creature down. 2 creatures down. 3 creatures down. Sacrifice our voice. 4 creatures down, but that's fine. Now we got a 7/6 and a 5/5. Good luck. Yep. Screamo Nemo. Pretty good card. It's coming at us. We'll take this damage. Shouldn't have attacked. That's a perfect blocker. But now that he did attack, he doesn't have to block anymore. So we throw out the Amalia. I think we're going to throw out the Amalia like this. And then we will... There's no point in playing the voice, right? I'm going to attack with Bart. You going to block? You going to chump? That's a jump. We gain 1 life. We get to explore. Oh, that's a good card, but... all good cards go into the graveyard. We throw our voice. Jaha, GG. Didn't want to fight through this, huh? No match. Alright, our opponent is Kill Ray. Please don't kill Ray, he's cool. He's my buddy. Alright, goes first. Gorehound into 2 bats. I'll take that. Just don't exile my graveyard, buddy. If he doesn't exile my graveyard, he's going to get hit so hard. But hey, you could just have a duress as well. This looks like a black deck, right? He could definitely duress me. So, I'm going to have to duress him first with the bat. And try to get there? I don't know. He also goes first, so... I don't like where this is going. Usually if our opponent's black, they turn 1 duress us. I know I'm being salty, but I've played enough games to feel the salts, I think. Also, our opponent's taking forever for their turn. Mulligan. Forest. Oh, what the heck. They're just gonna keep playing the Cactar. It's gonna go back to his hand. If they want to keep doing this, I'm all for it. Another Cactar. Felonious Ray. Oh, god damn, that's a lot of damage. 8 damage. 8 damage already? Chill. What the chill? Cellsor. Well, I don't want you to have that. You got 1 bat and you quit? What a loser. Alright, our opponent is Berserk Dragon 0. I guess Berserk Dragon was taken. You gotta add a 0 to it. I got you. This hand, though, like... if I have a second mana, I can Umbral Caller Zealot, and everything is live, but I do need to draw land number 2. Can I draw land number 2 is the question. Yeah, I'm greedy. And our opponent's going first anyways, who cares? Temple of Plenty. Plenty on the bottom. Dude. That's 3 Sage and 1 land. Well... being greedy doesn't always pay off. But it did today. I think we Zealot. This doesn't say artifact. Or this doesn't say sorcery. I can sack it any of this turn, and that would allow me to Sephiroth if I need to. Fenrir. Do I sack? Yep. This is surveil, right? It can go in the graveyard. Go to my turn. There's the land. Alright. That means we can Infestation Sage. Sephiroth. Sack the Sage. That's one creature dead, right? 2, 3. Okay, so we attack. Let's see if he blocks. Blocking will be wrong. Doesn't block. That's right. That's the right play. Alright, but it's a unit deck, so it will get scary quick, and I have to respond quicker. Which I think we might be able to. He's going to play unit this turn? Because if he doesn't, he's going to get his unit batted. He could have two. He also has nothing in the graveyard currently, so we'll see. Overlord. Hard-casted Overlord. Okay. So 7-6. Pretty threatening. I think we get a bat out, see what he has. There's a Day of Judgment. There's also a Yuna. Do I just let him Yuna? Doesn't really hurt. Well, it does hurt a lot. But if he Day of Judgment, he's going to get his unit back anyways. Yeah, we'll force him to do it, I think. Alright, we play our Sage. Which coming to play this turn? This one. Alright, if he wants a Day of Judgment. This one right, into the battle this turn. This is flying. Decline. It's down to 5. There's enough creature on board that Day of Judgment will probably just kill him. It's at 4. I got 4 creatures, so this will just kill him. He has to Esper Origin first. It gains 2 life. So he can survive if he Esper Origins, then Day of Judgment. Yep. Could sack 4. Actually, I can. I can only sack 3 in response. Oh, this is so good with deck. It's like backbreaking, I think. Because what can you do? Right at this point, like, what can you do? You have to cast Day of Judgment, or you die on board. Split up. All tapped creature. Okay. Anything else you want to do? It's got 1 mana. And an Overlord 7/6 that looks like it's trying to do something. Here, let's just break their oath. Yep, GG. Alright, our opponent is Hero of Our Time. Isn't that Dragon Quest? I don't think that's Final Fantasy. We go first. Starting town? That is a good start. How's it going? Do we Gorehound? I think I Gorehound. Yes, I think I Gorehound. It does such good like filtering of my deck. Tap land? Oh, brother. You're in for a treat, huh? Voice. Start milling? Yeah, I don't need another land. I mean, I will, but not right now. Just gonna have to kill the voice, right? Cryogen Relic. Stuff's happening next turn, probably. But I think we voice right now. I mean, the whole point is to voice into Sephiroth. Okay, he's got 3 mana. He's trying to play something next turn. I don't think it's something that I'm worried about, so... Now he has to answer Sephiroth as well. Alright, Pinnacle. Exiles 2. But I still have cards. I get Raise. Raise will bring 2 of them back. I don't think so. I think we're gonna... well, let's bat first. What do they have? Snare, which is scary. I don't want to get snared. I also don't want to get spring-loaded Saw Blade, but... Definitely don't want to get snared. Well, Snare costs 3, Saw Blade costs 2. We take the Saw Blade out, he has to cast Snare. Alright, what do I sack? I think I sack the Sage. A lot more damage. Nesting Bot. He has to cast Snare this turn on Sephiroth, or he dies. So here's the Snare on Sephiroth. And now I have an issue, right? Because he could top deck Pinnacle and I'll get hit by like a million. Pinnacle will probably just... No, actually, no. Alright. Play this first. I don't think any of these triggers anything, so we're just going to go for the attack first. And we'll race. And then we got a lot of surveil to do. Synthesizer? Cool. Yep, GG. Overran. I guess you're not the hero this time. Alright, our opponent is Nate Dog. I mean, you're a cat. Could have been a cat dog. Everybody likes a cat dog. I don't have a 3rd land. I'm gonna go first. So... I'm already going first. I think starting town can come second turn. And not do too much damage to me for no reason. Minor. Zealot! Give me some chumps. can't block, so I will have to block. At least that's the idea. Another miner. They're gonna crime the hell out of me, I think. Just don't stab me, please. Okay, didn't get stabbed. It's too bad Garena's kind of out. I need to draw a land, but I guess sacrificing this means I have to sacrifice the other side of it when it comes back. And Sephiroth comes in. I think that'll be fine. Shit. Yeah, right? Had to happen there. Oh, I guess that didn't matter at all. Man, I'm screwed! That's a game. That's a way to play the game. I mean, now, if I draw a starting town, it won't even start. It's wonderful. Love being mana screwed. I also love how slow our opponent's playing this turn out. Mono black? No, it's Orzhov with Forsaken Miner and Corrupted Conviction. Probably a very similar deck. I get their Sephiroth though. We'll gain 1 life. Don't know how much of that would matter. 1 creature died, right? Not likely for me to draw a land. This is technically a land though. Yeah, I don't want the Zealot to die. No, I don't want that. Then we surveil. Also don't want that. Then I have to use up this. I don't have to use up the bat, right? I could just sack these two. Exile it. That's a lot of cards in the graveyard for me. 4. 4 is a lot. And I get rid of his Sephiroth, which is pretty important. Freebooter. Raise the Past. I am gonna keep the Zealot, I think. I have 2 sacks, right? Oh, GG. Didn't want to paste that out. Well, so here's the thing. Let me see if I can view the battlefield. If they play another Sephiroth next turn, I will build the Sir Vondam up just so that I can exile it. So that means he can't exile my stuff in response. And I'm a little bit quicker than he is because I already have a bigger board. So, yeah, GG. Alright, our opponent is Occult Seeker. He is seeking the occult. We are going first. 2 Concealed Courtyards and going first. I'll take it. How's it going? Do we Greedy Freebooter into Zealot? Because I'm not playing anything into the Gorehound. Right? I think Greedy Freebooter into a Zealot's better in this case. Watery Grave. Now next turn we could Gorehound into Sir Vondam. I mean, our Zealot's probably dying, but that should be okay. He could also have counterspells, which should also be okay. Let's Gorehound first. See if he interacts. Shoot the Sheriff. Do we want to sack the Freebooter? I think I will. Don't need that land if I would get treasure. Jeez, I don't want that land anyways. Can I sack this out? No. Obviously, this is another I could read. Alright, we have a temple on board. Let's see if we can press this advantage. Preacher? Preacher is very good for me because he doesn't know I can press this advantage. Oh, we can raise the pass and just break his back. Graveyard. Graveyard. He's at 19, so I don't think he wants to attack. This is Menace. This is also Menace. And Vigilance, so he can't block. Good luck. He's bored. I can also Sephiroth next turn for the over-lethal. Let's see. If he attacks, what do? Do I block? I could block and sack, right? I don't really care if he gets a bigger board, to be honest. Do I even care if I take this 2 damage? No, I'll just take it. Here's the thing. Yeah, I don't want that. No more lands, please. Freebooter. Oh, I do want that. Do I need another Freebooter? I think so. I think we play this first. And do I want the voice to attack? I do. Now let's see where he blocks. Yo. That's how you're gonna block? That was a horrendous block, actually. Now it's 5, I can kill both. It's Death Touch, no point in sacrificing anymore. It dies, so I'll exile. Well, first I'll exile this. Sephiroth. Triggers. I can just kill him, right? I have 5 creatures to sack. I have to sack this one by one, though. I'm sorry. Since you won't quit, you gotta wait. Yep. GG. That was already lethal this turn. I guess you gotta go seek some other occults. Alright, our opponent is Sav Silver. With Sav. Save. We go first. Black mana, black mana. We do have a Zealot, so black mana is fine. I mean, we have a Greedy Freebooter. So black mana is okay, not hurting me too much here. And we'll see where we can go from here. Get greedy. Alright, play a forest and quit. That's sad for you. Alright, our opponent is X-Chode. Hey, he's gonna chode us. We're gonna go first. It's a good start. I think we start with the Verge. It's technically both colors. I don't need to play a Swamp. Playing a Greedy Freebooter already tells our opponent what we are, so I don't need to hide any mana. And these are 2 white mana, so I will be able to raise the past rather soon. Chocobo, they're here. I doubt there's any blocking happening here. We get the voice down. That's a weird card. Awesome. Like, yeah, I don't know about that at all. But okay, our opponent chooses what he wants to do. I'm not gonna hate him for it. I will have a Snarling Gorehound out. So if I just attack, he'll block the Freebooter, which I don't really care about. No. I want every surveil trigger possible before he gets too much out of it. Surveil everything. Just gotta go wide. Wherever the block's going, it's getting sacked. I don't think he's going to attack with a 2-3. It's going to be a pretty big chocobo. But you know, I can live with that. Yeah, let's get the Sephiroth out. Wow. You could not have more perfect of a draw. No, this is not surveil. So if I attack, he'll probably block to kill the voice, which means I should play this first. He can't play spells. This is a surveil. So far, one triggered, right? Our opponent's probably rage quit. Sorry, Chode. This time you chode wrong. Yo. The amount of cards that's gonna go into my graveyard this turn is super wild. Sure. Have yourself a big chocobo. That's the right block, to be fair. I don't need to sack those two because they won't be able to deal any damage. Sack the Sage. Right, the Sephiroth came in. I sacked the Greedy Freebooter. Then I sacked the Sage. That's 2. Ooh, back to back is pretty back-breaking as well. I will sack one more just to be sure. Does that do anything? No, right? These 2 will die at the end of turn, and then this will be 4 times the ability to resolve this turn. This is dying at the end of turn, so that should work. That's 3. Mobilize, so I sack 2 more. That's 4 and 5. That Frost flips. Now I have a 5/5. And a 1/1 blocker. Mossborn Hydra. Good luck. That's all I can say is good luck. Yeah, GG. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. There's already more than enough on board to kill him. He doesn't know about the raise either. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those Raise the Past games, how does this deck feel? It is overbearing how good this deck is. I cannot stress that. Obviously, it will fold immediately to Graveyard Hate. If our opponent's playing a Lantern, if our opponent's playing any sort of a Leyline of the Void, we're gonna lose. But outside of that, this deck is oh so amazing. And not only does it have the Raise the Past turn where we bring everything back and just overwhelm our opponent all in that one turn, it doesn't have to wait for that. That's what's beautiful about this deck. If you just land a turn 1, whatever the 1-drop you play, you land a turn 2 Voice of Victory or Umbral Zealot. Turn 3 you can play Sephiroth, and if you land a Voice, that Voice attack plus Sephiroth means Sephiroth's probably triggering that turn. And if you don't land a Voice, you play Umbral Zealot plus Sephiroth, you can ensure that whatever turn comes after Sephiroth, we are going to trigger Sephiroth. We're going to flip Sephiroth. In the meantime, our Umbral Zealot is going to get us all the surveil we need. And if somehow our opponent deal with Sephiroth, Umbral Zealot is still going to be in play, and turn 4 is where we raise the pass. And even though Sephiroth is no longer in, we're going to bring it back on a bunch of these 1-drops and just overrun our opponent anyways. This deck is so strong. And now we even got a removal out of nowhere. Sir Vondam is a removal. And that's a removal that comes back from Raise the Past. So it's not even stopping, right? It's just going to keep going and keep killing our opponent. And the greatest thing about Sir Vondam is it doesn't even say dies. Dies or exile. So other than bounce, dies or exile will give it a +1/+1 and give us 1 life, which will trigger Amalia. And then when it has 4 power greater, which just means 2 things going away, Sir Vondam will be able to destroy any target non-land permanent we want. That is so scary. I don't even know how to fight this deck. Honestly, like on the arena standard, I don't know how I'm gonna have to prepare for this deck, except for just putting Graveyard Hate in every one of my deck, which I guess we're gonna have to do again. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.